Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Good morning. This morning I have to go speak along with, I believe, 2 other beauticians out of high school this morning. So I am very grateful for that opportunity. But what is up with you guys? I'm trying to get my makeup done fast so I could accomplish a lot this morning. But how are you doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the live. Yesterday I was really busy with the studio. I had clients come in. My sister came to assist me. It was a good old time. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Where are you guys tuning in from? What time is it where you're at? Good morning. Y'all want to hear something crazy? Besides me sounding like this. Good morning from Canada. Juliana, good morning. Yesterday, this whole weekend was a beautiful weekend. We had like 60-degree weather, right? Excuse me. Tell me why it's 29 degrees this morning. Hey, Felicia. Tell me why. It's literally 29 degrees this morning. It's crazy. It's crazy. I hear the birds, though, which makes me happy. And it's very sunny. But, girl, 29 degrees. Like, okay. That's what kind of game you want to play today? I woke up feeling really phlegmy. Dang, I wish I had my other makeup bag. I feel like my tan complexion is still around. So every time I do my makeup, it looks good. But I feel like it's still too light, personally. And I've been using my darker tones. But this morning I was excited to jump on live because I haven't been able to talk to you guys in a little bit. And so what I wanted to start to talk to you guys about today was us being in the month of Adar. As many of you guys may know, or maybe may not know, I'm so sorry for all the the sounds. I'm still waking up. And this weather and all that good stuff. But I saw that it's a new Hebrew month, and many of you guys know that the Hebrew calendar is really important to me. In the aspect of I gained so much revelation in the month of Kislev, which I shared here on YouTube, when my godmother shared the word, and I have forever been changed, because when I started looking at God's calendar versus the Gregorian calendar, which we follow, and I still follow it, I was just amazed at the seasons that he has set for us, you know? And so in this season in particularly, it highlights, you know, Esther, as well as some other beautiful parts. Let me just see my notes. This is the season of removing, like, the mask that you have placed on yourself, as far as, like, the facade. Good morning, April. Thank you so much, April. I hope you have an amazing, blessed day as well. But we all have, like, this masquerade that we kind of do, whether we recognize it or acknowledge it or not. And with this month, it's like the month to just enter into this, like, true joy. Like, think about when Esther, because it highlights her, when her people went into that crazy joy after she was able to persuade the king not to destroy or kill their people. Like, come on. Like, that was a big deal. This is also the season to recognize your true identity and what you're called to do. And so if you're someone that's just been on the teeter-totter, this is the season where you could get real, like real serious and real, like, locked in. It's the month to, like, release worry. So not to have worry, you know what I mean? It's the season where your supplies are going to be released to you. So, like, I don't know what you... Oh, look at that. Oh, that's horrible. I got to wash these makeup brushes today. Or someday. But basically before the week's over. I am so sorry with the sounds this morning. But it is what it is. But this is the month where your resources are released to you. And so that should be a place to have, like, some, like, tremendous joy. It's the month you develop your war strategy and not to be afraid of the giants in the land. Like, everyone has their set of giants that causes them to shrink back. In this season, sorry that I'm not in, like, frame, but in this season is the season not to worry or shrink back or even worry about the giants that are in the land. I did not prime my forehead the way I wanted to. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is the time to go into prayer and go against any evil decree that was set against you. This is also the season for you to break them, as every season is, as you guys may know. I am sorry, but y'all rock with me, rock with me, rock with me. This is as if you guys are in the bathroom with me. This is the month that you break into your faith versus being in seasons of depression. So just think ultimate breakthrough in this season, in the month of Adar. And because this is a leap year, it's even more special in the Hebrew calendar because it's doubled. And so this is the time where you can celebrate your redemption, coming out of exile. I have more notes written down, but for now, that's what I got for y'all. But this is the month of joy and gladness. Joy and gladness, y'all. I think when I come home after my speaking engagement, I know I'm not going to be coughing when I get there. But I think when I get home, I'm going to make me a nice, before I leave too, I'm going to make me a nice ginger tea. And I'm going to eat a couple garlics. Because I think it's because I was moving so much this weekend. And my body's like, girl, another thing? Please, please, body rest. That's what it's saying to me. It's like, please, girl, enough. Enough, please. I was tired. But anyways, yesterday I was able to take some new portraits, which I'm super excited about. Lucy came to assist me at my studio. No, I don't have my beauty sponge. All right, I'm gonna have to take a run downstairs, y'all. Yup. I shall be back. 1 second. I'm coming back. Give me a second. Sorry. Y'all, I have like this one room that's like full of makeup brushes and like makeup kits for our clients. Excuse me, as well as myself. And I'm grateful because I remember the day when I couldn't even afford buying like foundation for clients. But God, in His grace, mercy, and His faith, I remember, oh my gosh, I remember not having money and being in that tough place of like, Lord, I want to be able to get stuff for my clients, but having to choose, you know? So I'm just so grateful that I could just go downstairs, go into my beauty room, which is really my parlor. To even say I have a house, like, I mean, God is so faithful. And I say that with the most gratitude one could really have when it comes to that. Because if y'all only knew, if y'all only knew our humble beginnings and using what you got, being wise with your money is so important. I don't know why today I decided to do a heavy set, but we're gonna rock with it, y'all. We are going to rock with it. But yeah, so this is that month, y'all. I don't know what you're believing for, but if you go and study Adar, A-D-A-R, for yourself in this month, excuse me, in the Hebrew calendar, I promise you, you will have revelation of your own. Literally just type into your web browser Bible verses about the month of Adar, read about what happened in that season, and just let God do what He gotta do. I believe this month has 29 days, if I'm not wrong, or if I'm correct. Good morning, Symphony girl. Are you driving? Let me know. Excuse me. God is faithful, Symphony, huh? Isn't He so faithful, girl? I was just telling the girlies on YouTube how we are in the month of Adar. And if you're driving, Symphony, just put the number 1, girl. You ain't gotta type. Even if you started typing, just send what you got. He's so faithful. I was telling them how it's the month of Adar. It's the month where your resources are released to you. It's the month that you come against those evil decrees and really stand on the promises of God. It's the month of extreme joy. No, girl, I called out. I'm still in bed. Girl, I wish I was still in bed too. I was telling them earlier I have a speaking engagement at a high school. And so I'm over here beating my face real fast. It's actually at a vocational high school at that. So that's going to be very fun and exciting. For all of you guys who are tuned in, I want to know, if I was feeling down and low, how would you encourage me this morning? Like, what would you tell me to encourage me this morning? Let me know something. Tell me something. How can you encourage me this morning? And the reason why I ask is because I'm trying to help y'all exercise y'all faith. Oh, excuse me. Y'all faith muscle. So y'all could be able to spread good news to others. Because one thing that I want to challenge you guys with is that you guys are not just takers when it comes to absorbing content from online, but it also translates to you guys giving back and pouring into the communities that you guys are in. Because what is the point of y'all listening to people like me or Symphony or anybody on this live, right? Because we all have an impact in someone's life, whether we acknowledge it or not. But what is the point if you come onto these lives or these different like conferences or go to church or whatever, and you keep your mouth quiet and you don't exercise speaking out? Now, I'm not asking you to give me a whole word. What's like a sentence you would tell somebody that's been feeling low? Like, you know what I mean? Or what encourages you in the seasons that you feel low? And I know some of y'all are probably overthinking it. You don't have to overthink it. It could be the most simplest things, y'all. Excuse me. I don't believe in swallowing all of that. If it's meant to come out, it's meant to come out. All right, eyebrows look decent. I just want to go outside and scream. It's 29 degrees. It's so cold. But yeah. That was my question to y'all. How would y'all encourage me on today? Now, I know a lot of y'all are probably driving. And maybe you can't type. But whatever you were going to say to me, I want you to say to somebody today. I want you to say something to somebody today, Felicia. I want you to say something to somebody today, April. You're going to come across somebody that's going to look a little downcasted. And that's your assignment. That is your assignment, to uplift them. And it could be in the simplest ways. It could be in the simplest ways. Ooh. Whew. All right, face is coming together. She said, all righty. Felicia said, okay, that is your assignment, Felicia, girl. And I can't wait to hear the testimony. Because it's going to be somebody that really needed it. And they're going to be so blessed by you for not passing them by. Because imagine how many of us, we've been having really like sad days or days that had us down. And we'd just be like, I wish somebody could just talk to me, or I wish somebody could just, come and encourage me. And people would just walk right by you as if you don't even really exist, right? You know what I'm saying? You know how that feels? Like, there were days I felt like that. Like, I wish somebody would just notice me. Like, I wish somebody would just, encourage me, whatever the case may be. All right. I feel like I like this brow pen that I've been using, but sometimes I feel like it don't be hitting like it should. Only because, like, when the powders get involved, I feel like it gets, she said I had to pray for Peyton. I hear that, girl. Symphony, I hear that, girl. Prayer. Pray. Do what you gotta do. But yeah, I feel like this brow pen don't be hitting sometimes. Like, I don't mind when it gives me those, like, big splotch thingies, because I could always diffuse it. But I feel like once I put powder, I don't know. I have a brow gel. Maybe I just need to use that. But I don't really want that look today. Especially since I should have started with that in mind. But if y'all think the brows look decent, let me know. Let me know, please. Please. I ask you, please. But yeah. If we're expecting joy from God and we're expecting God to give us our resources and stuff like that, what if he had us on assignment to also encourage people as we receive these things? Like, let me tell you about how this opportunity came before me. So I was doing a free photo shoot and makeup service for this woman. Who has a salon. She's a salon owner. And the reason why I asked her if she would like to receive this gift from me was simply because, one, she is absolutely gorgeous. And two, you could gain so much wisdom. Yeah, you see, okay, Symphony, I have that brow pencil downstairs. And so maybe I just need to go back to my pencils. Because the pen, it was hitting, like, especially when I was in Jamaica. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like today maybe I'm just not in the mood for it. But anyways, with this older generation, they have wisdom, y'all. Wisdom. And your girl, if I'm believing for what I am believing for, I want to gain as much wisdom as I can. So a free makeup and photo shoot service to a salon owner who is very known in this location, to me, is a blessing if I could just have a moment of her time. Because she is busy, okay? She's opened multiple salons in her season, and she has one of the most popular salon in this city. And she's a woman of color. And like I said, she's gorgeous. And so when I met her at a game night that Emmanuel's friend was hosting at one of these like restaurant, pub, bar things. And when we went, she came. It was like a fun night, you guys. Like, we played Uno with like 3 decks, and it was like 20 people at the table, and it was so much fun. And we got to meet some different people from the area, different things like that. This guy went to the same university as Emmanuel. And so I met her there, and I remember Manny, because I told him, I was like, oh, I would love to do her makeup. She's so gorgeous. And he was like, well, hit her up. And I was like, all right. And I did, but I never really followed up. And so recently, I was like, you know what? Let me hit her up before the season gets busy, because I know when the warm weather comes, everybody wants their hair done. Everybody's trying to be out. There's weddings, etc., etc. So anyways, this is a perfect example of how everything according to God's will has a specific time. Now, I do believe that if I did her makeup sooner, I wouldn't be speaking at this high school today. That's what I believe, because it wasn't on her calendar then. But while she was at my studio and we were talking, she was like, you would be really great to speak at this high school with me and my other stylist. I was like, really? I've spoken at schools and for schools before, but I was shocked that she, with this one moment of meeting each other, like really talking, because when we were playing Uno, everybody was just playing Uno. But when she met me and as we started talking, she heard a little bit of my story, you know what I mean? We chatted, whatever. But she was able to see that, like, hey, this girl has a good head on her shoulders, or whatever she thought. And so for her to invite me, this was just, when did I do her makeup? I think Thursday. Thursday I did her makeup and took her photos. And I'm speaking today. So it's like, you never know what opportunities could come from your giving. That's number one. And then it's also, don't be afraid to pour into somebody. You know how many things I do for people, like, for the free? And I'm not looking, I'm not looking for anything in return besides a conversation, because y'all know I like to talk. But to see how that moment allowed me to have an opportunity to pour into the youth is absolutely encouraging, because I would have loved, I did too much. I would have loved to hear somebody like myself when I was in high school. Granted, I didn't go to a vocational school. I went to a health career school, which is hilarious because I'm not technically in the health careers. I'm in the beauty health career. In business. But I would have loved to hear a different perspective. I did too much. I should have just stuck with my normal eye that I normally do. Let me get fancy. But it's okay. We're going to make it work. Because you know what? We don't fret. We move, we pivot, we do what we got to do. I will wear my more fluffier lashes. Let me go get them. Is my lash glue in here? Nope. Let me go get that too. I'll be right back. 1 second. 1 second. Oh my gosh, y'all, I just looked at the time. I got to go. But yeah, you just never know what kind of opportunities you may have. And I'm not just talking to somebody in the beauty industry. Like, you just never know what you could do, do for somebody else that will also come back in the form elsewhere later. Like, I don't know. Pour into yourself by pouring into others. It's a blessing to be a giver. Oh, I don't know if I like this glue right now. I'll rock with it. But yeah, that is what I got for y'all today. That is what I have for y'all today. Did y'all see the Super Bowl? Jessica, good morning. The Super Bowl last night. Now, y'all already know I'm not talking about the actual game. I could care less about the game. I'm talking about Mr. Usher. Mr. Usher's performance last night. First of all, I didn't realize how much Usher songs I really knew. That's pretty much because growing up in high school, he was very popular. But y'all, question, I want to start a YouTube channel, but how do I add my social links? Like how you like in the description or in your on your channel? I would have to really see and understand what what you mean. Yes, he did look very good last night. I think you know what made him look good last night? For me, I saw his light shine so bright because it was so many people didn't think he would get there. So many people literally I feel like people didn't even see it coming, y'all. And I just saw the glory of God on that man. I saw this man put people on. Like, the fact that he had Lil Jon, he had Alicia Keys, he had, what's that dude that was in the weird getup? He had that dude. He had Ludacris. I mean, this man made anybody who had, like, not a childhood, I should say, but, like, he made it very nostalgic. And I appreciated that from him because it made the whole, like, Super Bowl show very entertaining. Like, that's how I felt. It was very entertaining. Now, he had a little bit of some moments that I was like, ooh, Usher, calm down. I said, Usher, calm down. Like, when he was holding Alicia Keys like that. But I get it, because it was my boo. When old boy went under homie's legs when he was in the skates, I said, now that could have been bad, because Mr. Man could have fell back. And then I think Little John wasn't supposed to get dapped up, but then he did. And Jessica, I believe if you just go on YouTube, they have some, if you go on YouTube, you're on YouTube, hey girl. They have helpful videos on how to add links to your channel. I know for my description box, I literally type it in there in the description in my YouTube studio. And then if you go to your channel settings, you could probably find where it says add like your social media links. So when people go on your channel page, they kind of see it. Ray ghetto culture. Teach their own. But as a performer, he did a phenomenal job. Like, I enjoyed his halftime show. He's from Tennessee, Felicia? Okay, you know, that was crazy because he said, I brought the A to the Super Bowl. And so, is he from Tennessee but grew up in Atlanta? Because I don't know, when I was looking at him, I was like, you don't really give me Atlanta vibes, but it was interesting. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I honestly don't care for the Super Bowl halftime shows. Like, I'm the wife that goes to the Super Bowl party with my husband for the vibes and just to chat, and especially chat with his aunts, eat the food, and just have me a good time. Like, yesterday I was editing content while I was sitting there on the couch. Like, while everybody was like, yo, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. I was, like, editing content. But yeah, I enjoyed his performance. I know people are always going to have something to say with people. But for me, I thought it was good. I had fun. I laughed a lot during it. I smiled a lot during it. I give it to the camera people, honestly, because they had to catch the angles when the dancers and the skaters were going on and doing the thing. Now, I guess the only thing I did not care for was his outfit. I don't know, but it's hard to dress a man performer in that way. But it did give me throwback vibes because way back in the day, I remember I would see pictures of my dad doing the crop top type of thing. Nowadays, you won't see it as much because the world that we live in. But I think for him, it was good. Born in Texas, but moved to Chattanooga. I feel that's how you say it. Oh, check you out, Felicia. I had not a clue. Not a clue. I just know that he was out here excited to say he brought the A to the Super Bowl. He was so happy. And I felt like somebody like, for example, like Little John would never have that opportunity. Like, no shade to Little John, you know, it's just not his arena, you know. And does he even make music still? But I was just happy to see. I felt like everybody there had a great time. Like, the camaraderie was beautiful. Let's get into Beyonce. Why would I get into Beyonce? Oh, I'm all set. Jessica, that's where you lose me. Now, I just say this. Lord, we just gotta pray for people. That's it. 16 carriages. I don't know what that is. Oops, sorry, Jessica. You lost me, girl. You lost me. You lost me, girl. All right, this hair is looking a lot more presentable. Ooh, sometimes when I do my buns, I've figured out a new way to do my bun system too. I do it in 3 parts. I didn't have to do 3 parts today because I already had the base. But for it to lay down flat, I had to do it like this. But y'all, it's 8:30. I have to go put my clothes on and drive off to the school to be there in time to meet up with my peoples. But I did have fun chatting with y'all. Jessica, as far as the links go, where I wrote links, I really believe that's in the channel settings. It's the same place where you can put your trailer and stuff like that. If you're in the YouTube studio, it would be on your left-hand side. If you scroll down, it says like settings or something like that. And I feel like that's where you would find it. But y'all, I love y'all. I gotta go put some clothes on and be out. Encourage somebody today. That is your one assignment. Encourage somebody today. And you'll see them because that's your assignment. In Jesus' name. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all.